Rising third and fourth year room selection is right around the corner. This video will walk you through the entire process from the application to selecting your room. Students are welcome to go through the process alone or with another person. Please be sure to pay attention to the timeline, deadlines, and other important details sent out in emails and available on advertisements throughout campus. All official communications from our office will be sent to your du.edu email address. Now, let's get started. There are a couple of ways to access the housing application. One way is through the main housing website at www.du.edu/housing. On the right-hand side, there is an Apply for Housing button. When you click on it, it will take you to this page. You can click on the first link, go.du.edu/apply for housing. When you click on it, it will take you to a new page, and you can log in with your Pioneer Web credentials. Another way to access the application is through Pioneer Web. First, log in and then click on the My Web tab. Next, click on the Student folder and then the Housing and Meals folder. The first link, called Housing, will take you to the application. Once you have successfully logged into the housing application, you will see the following home page. Please click on Application up on the top left-hand side. There will be a few options listed. If you'll be here for the entire academic year, please select that option. Students who know they'll be studying abroad and want to apply for housing can select either the winter-spring or spring-only applications. For anyone who's not sure whether they'll be studying abroad, please fill out the application for the entire academic year. Our office will switch over any applications as needed. Study abroad students will be waitlisted in the order their applications were received. Our office will begin sending out notifications to these students in the summer and fall. Students who are waitlisted are responsible for checking their du.edu email addresses for updates. We'll be filling out the academic year application for this video. The first page of the application is the welcome letter. After reading through this page, you can click on the button below. Yours should say Save and Continue. The second page of the application lists your personal and emergency contact info. Please review this information to make sure it's up to date. Updates will need to be submitted through Pioneer Web under the Student folder. In this section here, your birth gender is listed along with a drop-down menu for gender. Please select the gender that you identify with before proceeding to the next page. Mixed gender groups are allowed for third and fourth year room selection. Please contact our office if you and another student will be in a mixed gendered group. When you're done reviewing this info, click Save and Continue. The next page here is the photo upload page. You can choose to upload a picture of yourself or skip this step altogether. It's completely optional. Click Save and Continue. This profile page has a list of questions about your sleeping, smoking, and other habits. This information is pulled from your previous application on file. You can update this info if anything has changed. Then click Save and Continue. The Living Needs page has important information regarding service animals and emotional support animals, or ESAs. Please be sure to read this page thoroughly. There are 2 required questions. If you have an allergy, phobia, or other disability-related reason that you would not be able to live in a room or suite with someone who has a service animal or ESA, you must get an accommodation. Please contact the Disability Services Program to learn more about the accommodations process. Select your answers in the drop-down menu. If you would like to go through the accommodations process, please submit your request promptly so that you may receive the decision regarding your eligibility prior to the end of the school year. Click Save and Continue below to move on to the Room Preferences page. On this page, a summary of the available buildings and rooms will be. You can click on the links of the buildings to open pages on our website with more details and photos. Current room and board rates can be found under the Resources tab of the website, and the link was also included in room selection emails. Let's go back to the application page. You will need to select at least 2 building preferences before moving on to the next section. Please keep in mind that Lynn Marie is an unfurnished option. Then click Save and Continue. In this next section, we'll be going over how to create a group. For the rising 3rd and 4th year room selection process, groups can have either 1 or 2 people. This page has instructions for creating both 1 or 2 people groups. Creating a group will make you the group leader, which means you will be responsible for communicating with our office and assigning your group to rooms. To create a group, select Create a New Group and enter the group name and password. You'll need to remember this information. Please make sure the group name is appropriate and limited to 30 characters. Even if you're in a group by yourself, you'll still need to create a group and will be the group leader. If another person is joining your group, they'll need this information to add themselves. Your group information will be located here. If you're in a group by yourself, you can skip ahead to confirming your group and move on to complete the application. There is also an option to look up suggested roommates. As a reminder, only a maximum of 2 people are allowed in a group. If you're going through the process as an individual, you can confirm your group here. If someone else will be joining your group, you will see an error message stating that your group is not valid. This will appear until you have confirmed your group. If you've confirmed your group as a 1-person group, you can move on to finish the application. The next page will be the contract agreement page. You'll need to read through the contract agreement and familiarize yourself with the policies outlined in our Guide to Residence Living before submitting your application. Entering your DUID here means you've agreed to abide by the contract agreement and Guide to Residence Living. Please be sure to submit your application fully before exiting. This is the final page of the application. You may have noticed that this application does not have a meal plan page. This is because 3rd and 4th years are not required to have one. If you'd like one added to your account, please contact our office. Click Save and Continue to fully submit your application. In this section, we'll show you how to join an existing group. If you'll be joining a group, you can select the Add Yourself to a Group option. Enter the group name and password of the group you'd like to join. You can also remove yourself from a group and create your own if anything changes before the application closes. If the group leader needs to be switched from one person to the other, please contact our office. Once you've successfully joined your group, the group leader will need to confirm you. You will see an error message stating that your group is not valid. This will appear until the group leader has confirmed your group. You can continue on to the next page, the contract agreement. You'll also need to read through the contract agreement and familiarize yourself with the policies outlined in the Guide to Residence Living before submitting your application. Entering your DUID here means you've agreed to abide by the contract agreement and Guide to Residence Living. Please be sure to submit your application fully before exiting. In this section, we'll show group leaders how to confirm their group. To confirm a group, log back into the application and select your completed app. You should automatically be taken back to the group page. If not, you can go back to the page where you created the group on page 6. You will see both yourself and the other person who has joined your group here. There will be an option called Confirm Group. Even if you're in a group by yourself, you'll need to confirm yourself as a group. Once you have confirmed your group, you'll see a validation message. The next page will be the contract agreement page. Entering your DUID here means you've agreed to abide by the contract agreement and Guide to Residence Living. Please be sure to submit your application fully before exiting. This is the final page of the application. Click Save and Continue to fully submit your application. In this section, we'll go over how to select your room assignment. You can select rooms on your own or head over to Sturm 353 during your assigned time slot. Housing staff will be present in STURM 353 to assist students with this process. If you select a room you didn't want or you change your mind, you'll need to see a staff member in STURM 353. Our office will not be taking requests over the phone or by email. Time slots are assigned randomly by lottery. The group leader will receive this information along with detailed instructions by email. The group leader can re-enter the application and go to page 8 for room selection anytime after the group's assigned time. Descriptions of the available buildings and rooms can be found here. If you're the group leader, then you'll need to select the building your group wants to live in. Then you can select the floor and room. There will be a map of the rooms available on each floor next to the options on the page. The first number on the left is the number of spaces available, and the second number represents the apartment size. After selecting a room, you'll have a total of 5 minutes to assign yourself and your roommate, if you have one, to your respective rooms. Click on Reserve Beds to submit your selection. You should see a total of 3 bookings for each person. There should be 1 booking for each quarter in the academic year. Click Save and Continue to confirm your assignment. Once the room selection process is complete, you'll receive another confirmation email from our office. Please pay close attention to the cancellation deadlines if you may want to live off campus instead. There are cancellation fees if you cancel after a certain date. If you were assigned a time and there weren't any spaces left, you'll be placed on a wait list and will be notified as soon as the space opens up. If you have any other questions or concerns, our office will be hosting a webinar and have drop-in hours scheduled as well. Dates and times for those sessions are included in the email communications. You can also email, call, or visit us in person. Thanks for watching.